Hey guys, Wrestling Fans Nation here. So instead of doing Money in the Bank 2017, I will not be doing that. I'll be doing a No Way Out 2001 review. The Hardy Boys versus Lance Storm and Hurricane for the WCW Tag Team Championship. The Hardy Boys retain. Christian versus Edge. Edge wins the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match, which was an awesome match. The end of it had Christian up top, and Edge did a concerto to Christian. I thought the first concerto, the single concerto, was done by Edge and Randy Orton, but no, it was actually Edge and Christian that did the first concerto, single concerto. Test versus Kane. Test wins. I forgot to mention that. There was a middle match. Lingerie versus Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson, and I think Stacy Keibler won that match. I wasn't really paying attention, so. The Dudley Boys versus Jerry and Big Show for the Tag Team Championships. With Dudley Boys retains. I think this was just clearly done because it was a filler match. The Rock versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Was actually the WCW Championship. Then we had triple threat for the WWE Championship. This was actually a good match. Vince McMahon got involved, and so did Shane McMahon. RVD versus Kurt Angle versus Stone Cold. Stone Cold retains. Which was, and it was a good pay-per-view. I had no problems with it. I wanted to talk about Money in the Bank. I didn't watch it, and I really didn't want to watch it. I mean, yeah, the first ever women's title, Money in the Bank. I might just go back and see it, but not actually watch the whole pay-per-view. I know who won the Money in the Banks. Carmella won it because of James Ellsworth, and Baron Corbin won the men Money in the Bank. But yeah, I think I might go back and watch the women's ladder match. I heard what happened. There's a lot of controversy about James Ellsworth winning the Money in the Bank, and you know, there was no rules in a Money in the Bank match, so he easily could have got up there and got the Money in the Bank. There's no rules, so maybe tonight they'll say that, you know, there needs to be rules, or next year they'll make rules saying only the people that's competitors in the Money in the Bank can go up there and get it. I don't know. But I have a feeling there's going to be something. And if you haven't yet, go to my gaming channel. I have a link to it on my homepage. Go to my gaming channel, subscribe to become a subscriber, because I'm doing a lot of videos on here, over there, instead of on here. Sorry for no review on Sunday. Sorry for a small review of Money in the Bank, because, guys, Money in the Bank, it should be at WrestleMania. I don't see why these special matches need their own pay-per-view. It don't make sense to me. These special pay-per-views are ruining actual matches, actual good matches. Money in the Bank to me would be at WrestleMania, and then it would make more sense. I mean, imagine that. You're at WrestleMania and you get to be in a Money in the Bank match. I mean, that's special. And then they made it their own pay-per-view. Like, are you kidding me? Like, they made the Elimination Chamber a pay-per-view. They made the Hell in a Cell a pay-per-view. They made Fatal 4-Way a pay-per-view at one time. Stop making special events. Stop. Money in the Bank should be at WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. I may have a different opinion. People may have different opinions than me. But Money in the Bank should be at WrestleMania. It only makes more sense. You could even have a Divas Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania. That means, I mean, if they did that at WrestleMania, they wouldn't have to do all these filler matches. You wouldn't have to wait through match after match to get to a special match. You would actually have. I think Money in the Bank would be a perfect. WrestleMania would be a perfect place to have Money in the Bank. That way you can start off with a good match, and like they used to do at WrestleMania. And I hate it that it became their own pay-per-view. I hate the special name for pay-per-view. I hate it. It's so stupid. But yeah, that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't review Money in the Bank. It was. I didn't want to watch it. I think the next pay per view is Great Balls of Fire, which I will be watching, and I'll be sure to watch it. I'll give you my review afterwards. Um, it's Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar, and I'm amped up to see that. Basically, it's different because Raw was like the show last year where people didn't want to watch, and I still don't watch Raw, and I don't watch SmackDown, but I go up on YouTube on WWE, and I see what happened on Raw, and if this was actually a big rivalry and stuff, like if SmackDown and Raw was actually competing in each other, which I don't see why they are, because they're not. They're promoting each other's shows. And if you remember back in the day when they did the brand split, they didn't promote each other's shows. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. They really need to improve on a lot of stuff during the brand split. And Jesus guys. But I will be reviewing Great Balls of Fire. I will be doing a lot of things with to do with Great Balls of Fire. So, which is a god awful name, and I'll get to that when I do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this No Way Out review. I just wanted to give you my insight on Money in the Bank and No Way Out, and hope you enjoy it. Always remember, Suplex City, bitch. Peace.